Hello everyone, this is me, TM Craze, and I'd like to go over a what is it? Particular round from I got from the last game on my last stream, which was I know a while ago, and I don't stream that often, I don't upload that often, but this was a game I was going to post to the YouTube, but it's mostly my team getting their asses kicked until around like we go to attack and somehow clutch it out, mostly because of the CL who was the Reichi on our attack, so yeah, not my best game. But despite that not being my best game, I do want to talk about this particular round because I am actually pretty proud of how this round went, and you can kind of guess along with the round playing out how my particular decisions have affected the round and why this play was so effective against this particular team. This all kind of ties into that whole like game sense, tempo, timing thing where a lot of it is just kind of informed by the enemy team's decision making. And so that's kind of what I'm going over here. So I'll play the round. It's going to be quite lengthy because it's going to be the entire round, not just like a little slice of it. And it kind of goes and it kind of drags on for quite a while, but I hope you'll bear with me. Also, again, I haven't done this in a while, so I understand that the intro was kind of pre-rambly, but you know, I need to get all the semantics out of the way for this to like make sense and stuff. Alright, and so that's the entire round. It fucking almost took till like 30 seconds, but hey, we got there. It was worth it. And now to kind of talk about um why this happens. Here's the particular round that clued me into how this team plays it. So I had already kind of had an inkling about how this team plays Base Lab, and that is that even if the entire idea for them is to go, you know, is to eventually land at A here, they'll never actually present themselves in A main. They'll always try and like hide themselves so that they're never like giving away too much information. And oftentimes kind of what I had found is that they had always wanted to go from mid into A here instead of taking the route of A long here. So kind of me being unk and shit and like just kind of like wanting to always exploit behaviors and stuff, I'm kind of clued into this, and this time you'll kind of see, like, you know, again, me trying to do some bullshittery. I throw a nade first, see if anybody's actually gonna peek this, because if they theoretically peek this, they get hit by a grenade, even though this grenade hits nothing. Hey, it kind of sounded cooler in the moment. Not gonna lie. But you can see. So, again, I'm using my whole 5-second rule here where, I don't see them within 5 seconds. So this kind of signals to me that they're just not here. And I can push up here. And because the Flavi has seen nothing at A main from the minimap, she knows she has to rotate like instantly to help the CL at B main there. It's very obvious to see on the minimap if you actually like pay attention. If you're not paying attention to the minimap for this, I don't know what to tell you because I'm not gonna like draw it out for you. And so, kind of like my whole thing here, like the whole reason why I stick here first instead of like, what is it? Going all the way, like maybe even like flanking into B main or like going through here into B main here, is that I want to make sure that there's no straggler like waiting behind here because this had kind of already happened in the game prior, and so I'm just really wanting to make sure that that's not the case. And once I kind of like see the whole commitment, I'm like, okay, I need to go now. I understand that to some people this might have been like, why are you not with your team? Why are you not trying to fight these guys to begin with? But precautions are precautions, and I'd rather stay, what is it? One step ahead of things if they actually did decide to leave one guy behind. Plus, there's already 3B. We don't need to send 4 or 5, like the entire team, because if they actually saw all 5 of us at B at once, they would have just rotated out, and then our rotate back to A is significantly longer than their rotate into A. So, But yeah, now that everybody's in good position and stuff, you can just kind of like flank, do all this stuff. And then we end up winning it, like, not without some trouble here because have to, do all this, get into half and stuff. Kind of ends up having to be in the end our CL, who's kind of just our straight up hard carry this game to do it for us. But hey, Celestia got it to half, and we just kind of won it, thankfully. Like, it's really rough. Like, do I ever bring up the scoreboard? And then you'll see here, same thing, right? Or like, they don't really go here, so just come up here again. I finally see them, so I kind of have to book it. But again, it gives perfect info, and then because they saw that, they're just like less inclined to want to try to, what is it? Like rush it right away, because my CL's already pushed up from B main here, shooting down all the way into there. So pretty neato. Like, this isn't a particularly impactful round because I think we still lose this. I'm not sure. Actually, I think we win this, but I'm not entirely sure because the example round was supposed to be round 6, not round 7. 6? Round 8. Oh yeah, no, I think we lose. We win? No, we lose. Yeah, we lose. Okay, cool. And so now let's actually go to the OT round and actually properly dissect why this attempt this time actually works. I just want to be 100% on something here. That the only reason why they won is we didn't have 3 people B, and then Meredith just throws ult, which throws this into chaos, because no one wants to actually peek the Meredith sand field, and also Lawween is like lagging behind to like distract us, force us to fight her, and then actually fight the what is it? Fight into B. But by then we already just kind of don't have time, so we were just kind of fucked anyways. And so, you know, knowing all that I did now from that round, it's all kind of makes sense now why I structure things the way I do now. So, right off the bat, again, lots of preamble. I understand this is probably going to be a very long video, but I do want to go super in depth with my thought process on why I did all of this. And that whole entire section on the 2 rounds where I pushed A main early is like required. So, Swordy Interceptor. If you've played Space Lab long enough, you know that this interceptor is like really fucking annoying, because if you try and throw a grenade, like you're just like not getting the grenade off, and it's just like really frustrating. Because, you know, there's like the big ass field and it just gets blocked by the field, right? So, you know, that's the first thing right off the bat. Second off, because you've already seen from those last 2 rounds that they never actually present themselves super early, like you kind of see it, right? Like you can already kind of see it. You'll already kind of see it from my coconut, but like in the mini map, like within the next 3 seconds here, there's already nobody like presenting themselves at A long here, so we already kind of know that like no one's here, and like they've already fully committed to be here. I mean, we can already kind of see it on the what is it? On the minimap, because my Flavia is holding the B window, and she's seen the question mark here. Which is very fortunate, but what would have thrown this a spanner in the works here? Let's see if I can catch it on my rotation up. That's Fuchsia, okay. Is that Celestia sees Fuchsia here, and you know, maybe that's like, oh, like they're gonna probably try and go A. But because of how I went into the window here, we already know, again, there's no one here except the lone Fuchsia. So because of that, you'll see that my coconut is already starting to rotate all the way into B main to support the CL here. And you'll see in about like 3 seconds here that the Flavia is also going to rotate from the middle pillar into B to also help the CL. It also helps too, right? That Meredith has no ultimate. But that's just kind of semantics. I think the way we played this round is a lot better compared to how we played round 8. So, you know, you'll see that now Flavia and Coconut are rotating over to B to reinforce it, because you also see there, I think that's the sand field, or no, that's the sand field that's blocking off the B window. So Flavia's already is kind of forced to rotate over into B main. And the other thing too is that you would have thought that because I already have perfect information, I should go with the Flavia as well into B main. But no, that's kind of not how it goes. Because again, last round we've seen that there was somebody most likely here waiting for us to rotate. Me and Celestia are holding a crossfire to make sure that like if the enemy team does any funny business, like we are prepared to deal with that. And also, we don't actually need to send 4 people into B. Like if like realistically, if your team isn't trying to take constant aim duels and stuff and like like try and like take advantage of positioning and stuff, 3 people should be more than enough for B. 4 is like very overkill and you're overcommitting into a site, which, considering that the rotate time for attackers is much shorter to go into A. Like even if they go this way, it's still much shorter compared to defenders where like you have to go through either CT or you have to fight them. Like you have to meet them at mid. Like it's a lot more disadvantageous to be a defender and try and like overstack one site. So that's why we're doing this. And again, you can see Fuchsia's still here. So, obviously, knowing from round 8, I'm just trying to make sure that nobody's doing any funny business or anything like that. But you can also probably see that like all the exclamation marks that were happening here have stopped. And that's because you can probably guess that they saw, Coconut, Flavia, and CL, and they wanted to shift over into what is it? A main here. But again, because of how I've positioned myself and everything like this, we have perfect information on what's going on. Because again, Celestia has also never left A main. And again, she's holding like the red boxes or whatever. So she's not exposing herself either and just kind of playing for the info. So I'm gonna go over to help my Celestia, throw the cat bot just so that nobody comes up behind me. And then you'll see rapidly as Celestia spots not only Fuchsia and Lawine, and I try and fight one of them, that as I'm retreating, Flavia is already pushing up to the pillar here, and CL is already gonna push up into the doorway here to hold like a 3-way crossfire, and also to gain info on anybody should they retreat back into trying to go into B main. I'm very thankful that my teammates are very smart and stuff, because like this again, it's a very simple pathing and like timing and tempo thing I did, but you kind of have to understand tack shooters well enough to understand that like, hey, because of how this guy did this, I'm allowed more freedom with my movement with all of this. Because again, Sia would not be able to go through what's basically like T spawn, like the T rotate, without us having perfect information. And now you'll see about the crossfires. Fucking holy shit. Crossfire here. Crossfire here. I know it's red, it's kind of hard to see, but again, if you're paying attention, like it's fine. There's a crossfire here, a crossfire here. And again, because Ciel is in the entryway, should they want to rotate out, Ciel already sees the rotate attempt. Effectively, we've got them boxed in. And again, I really want to hammer this home that because of that small play I did, it allowed us this information. It's not the same if Flavia had gone up to the window earlier here, like at the start of round, and just held it, because there's no info on, like there's no, like she has like no line of sight into A main here, right? So by doing it like this, where I always have like complete line of sight into A main, I'm able, like my whole team's able to accurately decipher what's going on with the game state and adjust accordingly. I hope this makes sense. I'm really, really, really trying hard to make this make sense to people, but like, if this is kind of like more of a high level topic, I cannot do anything about this. I am so sorry. Like, I am really trying to dumb this down as much as possible for people. Because again, this seems very minuscule and like it just kind of like didn't matter. But I am telling you people, it really did matter, and the results show, because we've completely boxed them in now. And so you'll see Coconut gets the down onto Fuchsia, who's kind of just in the open and will get confirmed. And because there's effectively a three-way crossfire into the window, Meredith's not really safe to peek from anywhere. And just for good measures, just so that they really cannot stay inside the window, I throw a nade. So that, like, even if they wanted to stay in there, they have to leave. You can also see here that Ciel is already looking at the rotate here, because you can see that the Ming is facing away from A main, and that means she's trying to make the rotate out. And so despite this, Ciel doesn't have to push. None of us have to push. We're just gonna hold our positions for a while. I see that they're gonna go back into the window, and I see that Ciel is trying to flank them. So, because of this, and because my Flavia is not doing jack shit, I am going to push up into the window here, because I know that like Ming's about to fight and meet Flavia here at the pillar, and just cause mayhem. My whole point here is not to actually kill anybody. It's just to be another face for them to look at, because as you can see here, if they look at me, Laween and Ming, they are also not, like, as you can see here, they are also not shooting at my Flavia. And my Flavia, from all the way over there, just gets to shoot these guys for free. Again, a very small thing. But it really does matter, because even though I go down to my actual health here, I'm pretty much safe, because I've always got like a perpetual crossfire going on. Like I hadn't even accounted for the fact that Coconut had rotated over, but hey, you know what? It works out. And again, this also kind of I really also have to emphasize that your team has to fundamentally understand, like, that they have to hold their ground. Oh yeah, okay, so Fuchsia got rezzed herself and then got reconfirmed later. But you also, I also have to stress the importance of of my team showing restraint and just making sure we're holding positions and just never letting them like punish like any sort of mistakes, because effectively we've made zero here, and even though we reconfirmed the fuchsia, CL knows that at some point they are at this point really trying to leave what is it, A main here. So she's gonna give up the flank and just hold B main again. Just the smart thing to do here. As you can see here, there's 3 people on her fucking ass. No, 4. Yeah, there's 4 people on her ass, and she has to book it to B because like it's really fucked. The rotation timing here, in case you're curious, is the same. And like, contrary to what people might think, you really do not want to fight here. Like, it is so fucking disadvantageous for the CL that like she knows that like she can't do this, and she's just gonna rotate all the way to here into the B window. And if you kind of notice, that's about the same time when CL would also see the rotating attackers. So CL's rotating, Flavia's rotating. You'll see here on the minimap. Yep, would you look at that? They're... Oh wait, no. They're already here trying to fight into A main. I mean into middle, and CL already has like info on them. Both of these guys do. Again, perpetual crossfire. And I'm actually going back into the A middle window here because, again, I want perfect information that nobody's here, and if I'm like really allowed to just kind of waltz into the window here, then yeah, like that means Flavia can just like leave and go to B. CL can just leave and go to B. Every single thing I'm doing here is to absolutely make sure that we have all our bases covered. I don't know why Coconuts following me. He doesn't particularly need to, but hey, you know what? There we go. And then again, I'm back here because in round 8, there was some fuck ass over here, which was the Lawween, threw knife over here, and just caused an absolute fucking shitstorm for us. So for around like 5 seconds, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So a little bit longer, but absolutely make sure that nobody's flanking. I know that people will get mad at me, be like, hey, you should be with your Celestia and Coconut, especially since Coconut can't really do much in CQC. But I've also literally just shown you round 8 where there was a blowing behind us, and I really do not want to run into that again. So now that I know it's clear, just let things happen. And you can see, because it's also CL and Flavia, it's really hard for them to get into B in the first place, and the 4 of them are just kind of stuck at the entrance of B main. Like, they haven't really made it into the actual part of B yet, which is very funny. And I meet up with my Celestia again. Let her take the aggro first. You might call this baiting. I'm trying to make sure that they're not aware of my presence right away, because what they see right now is only my Celestia. I am kind of the unknown factor here, where what is it? I could be with these people. I could still be in mid. You know, like I could basically be anywhere. So do that, and just kind of like wait out the sand field. again, let Celestia take all the what is it? All the aggro. And you can see here, I see Meredith. Meredith does not know that I'm here. And just kind of gets blasted. Celestia peeks out again. Because now I have to reload. And, you know, Madalena just kind of gets overwhelmed. And the rest is history because we're always playing buddy system and we're always crossfiring, blah blah blah. I've gone into this in depth already. And that's the dissection of this entire round. Again, I very much understand that this might be too high level of a concept for people to fully grasp, but I feel like I should put this out there anyways, because you can come back to this video like, I don't know, like a year from now or whatever, like watch it again and just kind of realize, oh yeah, that's kind of how it worked as you gain more experience in attack shooter. This isn't to demean anyone or anything like that. I just think that all the stuff I learned on my journey to be a kind of semi-pro player in a literal dead video game known as Gundam Evolution should be freely accessible to everyone else, and this is kind of my means to do it. Is this the most scuffed way to do it imaginable? Hell yes. But I literally wouldn't have it any other way because holy shit, I do not know how to edit. God save me. Anyway, here's the leaderboard. Again, you can see my ass was not doing shit. My Celestia was not doing shit. My Flavia was not doing shit. But even though CL is our literal hard carry, he trusted the process, and it kind of paid off for her. Because we eventually just won the next round, and holy shit, what the fuck? We technically should have lost this. But we brought it back. So, you know, whatever. And like look, fucking Reichi's having a grand old time as well. That, again, Reichi's our carry. Like Reichi's just having a grand old time. Like, thank you, Reichi. And just for like completion's sake, I'm gonna play the last round out. It's not, again, it's not very what is it? Complicated what we do here? But you can kind of see that we spot Madalena here from my knife. I mean, we obviously know the Yvette's here. You can also see on the mini-map that Mara catches a timing because nobody's actually been fighting in B main here. So, run them over. I'm kind of lagging behind. Throw up a wall and then we just kind of go. Unfortunately, Mara goes down. I'm pretty sure we trade eventually. Yes, we trade. And because I'm late, you know, like I had wanted to kind of more take A main here, but they all went to B. Because I'm late here, I kind of had to fight this. Flavia, realistically, if they had two people here, I'm just kind of fucked and then they can just flank us, but they only sent the Flavia, and if it's a 1v1, I can kind of handle it just fine. I do more damage to the Flavia than she does to me. She's expecting me to kind of chase her. I don't chase her. And then I just throw this knife. Which you can see, scans the Flavia. It also scans... what is it? A ramp that's right in front here. And it scans into the... and it scans quite a bit into the raised platform where the window is. I really like this knife. I think more people should do it if they're ever um planning to rush B and stuff. And yeah, just make sure that they can't come out ramp. Throw a knife to doubly make sure they can't come out ramp. And you could just play whatever. Like we've got literally a three-way fucking crossfire here. Like they're all just stuck there. Just go in, and yeah. And you can see the pop off there. But yeah, that is legitimately everything now. I hope it makes sense. If it doesn't, I'm genuinely sorry. I've really tried my best with this. It's rough. But again, I can't guarantee when I stream. I can't guarantee when I upload a video. I will just do that at my discretion, and if you're on board with that, then feel free to like, comment, subscribe, type the video. I don't know. Do I even have super thanks available on my videos? I probably don't. Or like a thanks. YouTuber stuff, right? YouTuber stuff. And yeah. No more oh, one more. I have a Discord. It's dead as fuck because like I'm not posting in there and stuff. Like obviously I'm not streaming or anything, but hey, I have a Discord. You can talk to me. I do offer free coaching. I do genuinely offer free coaching. I do not charge for it unless you feel inclined to just kind of donate out of the kindness of your heart. It does not affect the quality of the coaching you get. It is the same coaching regardless of if you pay or not. And yeah, I'll see you all next stream, next video, whenever. See ya.